Congressman Andy Barr, whose own family has been personally affected by this terrible disease. Welcome back to the show. Now, you're raising awareness about this disease. Tell us why.
Well, Stephanie and DeMarco and Dr. Jen, thanks for having me on the program. On June 16, 2020, my wife, Carol Barr, was found deceased in her home. She was the mother of two wonderful girls. Our girls are now 11 and 9. Eleanor was 9 at the time. Mary Clay was only 7 at the time. And when she was in 7th grade, Carol was diagnosed with an underlying heart condition, a heart murmur known as mitral valve prolapse. Now, there's approximately 11 million Americans who have heart valve disease, and for most of them, it's a benign condition, and we certainly thought it was a benign condition. Our doctors told us that this was no big deal. We just needed to monitor it. We did monitor it, but unfortunately, she was one of the 0.2% of Americans with heart valve disease who had a sudden cardiac death event. Carol was an awesome mom. She was a great lady. Her life was cut too short, but her life and legacy continues to make a difference. She lived a life of impact and consequence, and through her memory, we're gonna help people deal with heart valve disease in a better way.
And you know, speaking of raising awareness about the disease, you sponsored legislation that was signed into law in December. It's the Carol Act. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we call it the Carol Act, the Cardiovascular Advances and Research and Opportunities Legacy Act, because this is about Carol's legacy. And what this bill does is authorize a bipartisan bill. Was signed into law at the end of last year. It will provide $28 million annually to the National Heart, Lung, Blood Institute for research to give cardiologists the tools to determine and differentiate between those patients who have a benign condition and those patients with a life-threatening condition like my wife had, to get that early detection and intervention that these folks need.
And Representative Barr, first, we're so sorry for your loss and your tragedy, but clearly having something good come out of the loss that you've suffered. You know, most people, when they think of heart disease, they think of blocked or clogged arteries. Valvular heart disease is different. What do you want, just quickly, people to know about the symptoms that some people with a problem with one of their heart valves can have?
Yeah, we knew that Carol's heart was otherwise very healthy. There was no blockages. She was a healthy young woman. She had 2 uneventful pregnancies. She was a vibrant mom. Valvular heart disease is something that is not accompanied by other kind of comorbidities or difficulties. She was in great shape, and there was no blockages whatsoever. The Carol Act will save lives. I am confident of that. And on this Valvular Heart Disease Awareness Day, we want to raise that awareness so that others don't suffer the same tragedy that our family regrettably did.
Let's hope Americans are listening. Our best to you and your family. Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr, thanks a lot for being with us.
Thanks, DeMarco.